Welcome, Furnovskyland. We are now holding our end of the year press conference by Emperor Furnovsky I, the monarch of Furnovskyland. Thank you for all who joins us today or later when you rewatch this video. Please listen because there are very important informations coming, His Majesty. Thank you. So, good morning, afternoon, evening, etc. whenever you watch this press conference. A month ago, I have told a few of the people, but announced it in Channel 1 as well, that I will be hosting a press conference and that I had rescheduled it to the second half of December, which is what we have today, almost the end of the year as well, so it fits perfectly with our schedule as well as theme. So yeah, I would like to summarize in short the year for us. Had we achieved? What are our plans for 2025? Some questions I've got, as well as some opinions. So let's just get started. So 2024 was really a mixed year for us, as well we joined the UNS as well as left at the same time with the League of Servers as well. And we also joined the Unified Realms a few months ago. Yeah, it's more than half a year now. So yeah, it's been a pretty crowded year in regards of alliances, foreign policies, etc., etc. Yeah, so for domestic, like internal affairs, we had our longest serving office, Miguel Castawil, and succeeding him were a bunch of other people who did makes, such as Softing's term, as well as the currently first term of Damian James Ramirez and his government. Well, honestly, not really convinced of their work, and I know that they have lives as well, and they work as hard as they can. But after Miguel's term, I feel the government is going downhill, and that's pretty bad. The activity saw that as well. Well, Softing did have some good things to write his name, bringing a lot of people in who are, well, sadly mostly inactive, so can't really do anything about it. But he did, which was one of the biggest member surges, in surges in member count, as well as bringing us into the unified realms, which is also a good thing. I think it was inevitable at some point to leave our old alliances, the League of Servers, as well as the other one. So, UNS. So, well, Then it started going downhill. Well, John Albertson's Senate term was the last, in my opinion. In regards of the Senate, yes, well, I do not have great opinion, especially didn't either that much. So yeah, we are working on laws to finally establish some pretty much needed things like a role for everyday normal people to have a not much important but still a bit important political position, a political advisor, which should be especially for independent people. We wrote a census where well, you could tell your problems as well as some ideas you could share with us. We received some Google Forms about that, and we learned from that. So in the coming months, we will implement more community features as well as this role. But other than that, excluding the census, you will also get this political advisor role, which will most likely be a monthly elected office with no such term limits, because this will not really have an impact. Not necessarily will have an impact, but it can have one on any political person or organization like the government, Senate, or even the imperial family, or myself even included. So basically, yeah, all that I have told about this role, because a lot of people said that we need more frequent elections. With this, we can achieve more frequent elections, but not with our current policy um, violated, like the 3-month Senate terms as well as the 6 months of government terms. But still, we can make more frequent elections with this, and maybe even bump up activity. Yeah, for other internal affairs, before moving on to other more important things, inside the Discord server, we have started to make a website to promote us, which had since been a bit forgotten, but will be reworked as our senator, JPS, will work on it. He's my classmate, so he has even smaller time than me for this. So please be patient with him. Um, yeah, and also in the upcoming months, we will have a new law finally resolving the issue with high wages and inflation in foreign rule, as well as finally making a new revised constitution establishing the parliament of our country, which will be a great milestone. But the one which was created just not too long ago, and on the Discord server we just opened our new revised embassy section, where each embassy will now be in a forum channel, separate forum channels, and that is for making a space for anything new we would like to add, mostly the new community things we would like to plan. And this would include the metro station channels, which will be like abandoned for like 3 years now and had become a meme ever since. But this is not really good, because this would also pave the way for rising activity. So we shall do this as soon as possible. But that's it for all Discord internal affairs. We shall move on to Minecraft server. Well, for the Minecraft server, we had very, very ambitious plans, but most of those did not succeed as we planned due to very, very low labor. Our only permanent active labor is His Grace, the Duke of East Advena, Hafiz bin Najmuddin. Thank you for your work. But he cannot stay forever either. So we are planning to import labor who can be more permanent than the ones we have tried with before. That's why I have started to go to state visits once again. I was in the Antarctican Republic on December 20th and met their president, Erwin Luther Jr., and we agreed on mutual embassies as well as mutual defense pacts and other such things. We shall discuss the future of mutual labor share as well, but I hope we can reach an agreement. And tomorrow I will also go on a state visit to the Durian Arab People's Republic to meet now not too long ago resigned Antro Mestizo, yeah, who can lead more of an opportunity for us to gain a few people for labor. 2 or 3 people are also enough for us for a while, and I can guarantee you that this is one of the, if not the biggest problems of the server right now. Even if we did achieve some stuff, we continued working on the ACCC Ampang Commercial City Center, sorry, and the Monster Football Stadium, which had the greatest comeback in our history of constructions. Yeah, that is pretty good, but I don't know if anyone will use it. The Hafiz Mall is currently on halt as well, but we had started to work on the Imperial Palace finally again, which I hope will come sooner or later. We will come to its grand opening very soon, I hope. And regarding that, we are planning a great weekend for multiple great construction projects to be finished and have their grand openings. Damn. which will occur on the March 15th weekend, from March 13th through the 16th, 2025, which will include the Hafiz Mall, most definitely, either the Imperial Palace or the building for the War Department, or even both, which would be very good. And the most important for all of you, the Monster Football Stadium. Yes, you heard that right. For the first time, we announce an official grand opening for the Monster Football Stadium, which is certain to be mid-March of 2025, after 3.5 years of construction. We are certain that we can finally open the Monster Football Stadium. Ever since the last year's finish, we could start the construction even faster, and we could achieve enormous achievements, which will be shown as usual very soon in the upcoming days. So there you have it for the Minecraft affairs. But before moving on to the last section of this questions, I shall make one more announcement, which will be about the imperial family's position in Furnovskyland. As you know, the imperial family is not really active enough, and do not communicate that much, if any, with you, the people. I do already have plans, which are not yet certain, to add new members, but mostly remove ones from the line of succession, and replacing these people, but I did not reach out to them just yet, and there are no concrete plans yet, but there will be an announcement made in the upcoming months regarding the situation of the imperial family. Thank you. So moving on to the questions from Hafiz bin Najmuddin, the Duke of East Advina. What had Furnovskyland achieved this year? Well, this year we didn't really achieve that much. We grew our member size by quite a few people, which is a good thing, but these are not active people, which is a problem. We did some important constructions on the Minecraft server, as well as revamped some things on the Discord server, such as I said earlier, the embassy system reopened today, as well as our border system, which is also a great achievement, yes. How many crises did we have in 2024, and what they were? Well, the end of the summer, around the last prime minister election period, we did have a guy who was banned from the Discord server and from Furnovskyland, as he was proven to be a pedophile. And the government situation, it was pretty tense, as there was a need for a temporary government for the first time since November 2020. So that is a problem, as well as the current inactivity and the inactivity of former and current governments and senates as well. And how many countries we had opened an embassy for, that is a hard question because we do not have track of most of those as recently as yesterday we deleted a few inactive ones. And if I can count you this now, including our newest, not yet opened embassy, the Antarctican Republic's one, we currently have around 11, 12 embassies, which is pretty nice, I mean, but most are just inactive ones. One is suspended because we do not recognize their government. And that's it from Hafiz bin Najmuddin. Thank you for your questions. And moving on to Observer Wade, who is also the leader of the Unified Realms, the Sovereign, and currently observer for Discord Foreign Affairs in the Senate. So first question, what are the plans for the current administration to increase the size of the community? Well, advertising, 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 state visits, and modernizing to match other servers in modernity. Well, we did have modernizing features like the embassy system of the time. We did have one of the most modern embassy systems like 2 years ago, and now it just wasn't. We did not keep up with the trends coming up on Discord, sadly, which was a realization for when I visited the state of Antarctica. And that's why we had to rework the embassy system to free up space for other features. The border was also outdated, the border system, so we had to rework it a few months prior. What we did, and we got mostly positive answers, positive replies from the people. So second question, what is the priority within foreign affairs? As said, our priority is to make as many state visits and make as many new connections as possible. One of the, if not the most important missions we have with this are raising activity, bringing more politically light up people, so that we can have more capable politicians in the future, as well as labor for our Minecraft server, where you see me right now, because that one guy and me who do the 99% of the constructions is just not feasible in the long term. And the third and last question, how does the government plan on projecting strength to the international community? Antarctica will host